So, good afternoon. It is Christmas Eve. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. In fact, it's actually Christmas Day in a lot of countries across the world because of time differences. So, big up to everybody celebrating right now as you're watching this video. Apologies about the washing machine. Obviously, I need to do washing. We do have clean clothes. Well, we don't at the moment. And big up to everybody who's actually celebrating Christmas Day on Christmas Eve as tradition anyway, due to many reasons actually that I'm not going to get into, but big up to everyone who supported the channel over the course of the year as well, and since day one pretty much. But every year you lot are absolutely mad on this channel, man. The levels of support, the interaction is the most important that you guys give me. It's the interaction. It's not so much just the views, it's the actual level of chat and interaction in the chat. So thank you very much, man. Honestly, really appreciate it, and I hope you all have a blessed festive period. And you can watch me get all angry again next year. Anyway, on to football. Arsenal do have a bit of a January transfer window dilemma, because obviously we know Aubameyang has fallen out of favour with the manager. It looks like he's probably not ever going to play for Arsenal again, which is actually insane, really, when you think about it, because I don't think anyone at the start of the season would have predicted Aubameyang falling out with the manager to the point where he's now probably not going to play football for the club again. As we know, he has been training on his own at the training ground, London Colney. He's been doing his own thing, banished from the first team squad, banished from the match day squads, and he won't be involved again for the Boxing Day game. Like I said, he's probably not going to play for Arsenal again. But he is going to the African Cup of Nations. So is Nicola Pepe, another one who's not really high up on Mikel Arteta's list, but had a fantastic game the other night. But as always, the PR puppet journalists, they love to spin a yarn. They love to make stories up. And yeah, load of rubbish that came out after that game was why Nicola Pepe doesn't start games. Bro, he was man of the match comfortably in that game. I know Eddie scored a hat-trick, but this is what the club do. This is what these journalists do. They try and manipulate and twist the club narrative onto people like us that watch or read the media for Arsenal Football Club. And sad, really, but that's another one, African Cup of Nations. And we won't bother talking about the other players that are going. I want to talk about them two in particular, because they're two, well, they are our two most expensive signings of all time, 72 and 60 mil. So what are we going to do with them? Because I don't see anyone coming in and paying big money for either of them, plus wages. I don't see it. I do see somebody, however, buying Nicola Pepe, but it ain't going to be for like 40, 50, 55 mil. We ain't getting nearly anywhere near our money back. We're going to be looking at around £30 million if we're lucky. And that's not a diss on him, because as you know, that, and the guys that watch the channel on a regular will know, I do actually really rate Pepe. I just think it's sad how it's all gone like downhill for him since he's been here. It's really like, it really winds me up, because I think he's a quality player. And he just, like, people say he has the chances and this and that. I don't think he has had the chances. Yes, he's had a lot of appearances. I think that was his 100th appearance the other day. But it's not like he's been having a consistent run of 10, 12, 15 games. It's 3 games here, 4 games there, 6 there, 2 there. Then you're benched for 3 months. Then you've got to come on and perform. I feel sorry for him, man. I really do. But the dilemma we have is, what do we do with him? Because Aubameyang, massive contract, is obviously... It's obviously kind of comfortable on 375 grand a week, and who wouldn't be? But do we let him go for free and cancel his contract, get him off the wage bill, and then he can go anywhere he wants, which gives an opportunity for the likes of City and Chelsea who need a striker to say, yo, we'll take a punt on him if he's free, because they might possibly do that, especially Chelsea. He lives in London. It's around the corner. They're involved in Champions League football. They're involved in title races. That would appeal to him. Would they go for Aubameyang? I don't know. Man City need a striker. Again, if it was a free, I could potentially see him getting him. I'm just saying, yo, we're getting him on an 18-month deal, a 1-year deal, whatever it may be. And probably 18 months or 6 months with an option of a year extra afterwards. I don't know. But then again, I don't know. It's a weird one, because both of them need a striker, but we also need a striker. And it's like, you know, what are we going to do? We're linked to Dusan Vlahovic. I don't see that happening. Not in a million years. Every story I've seen is that, you know, the Dusan Vlahovic camp is saying that they don't want to come to Arsenal. So I don't really see that happening. But we've also got Eddie Nketiah and Alex Lacazette out of contract soon as well, 6 months on their contract. So we badly need a striker. And as well as Gabriel Martinelli is doing, I don't feel that we can just go with Gabriel Martinelli. As much as I love that boy, we can't just go with Martinelli. We need more than that. But then you look at the strikers around the world and you think, well, who can we get? You know, January is a notoriously hard window. We're about to let go one of the best strikers in Europe, who's in a real bad rut at the moment, a bad run of form, has been for a year, to the point where a lot of people say that he's washed up, he's finished, etc., etc. I don't believe he is. I just think he don't like the manager, and the manager don't like him. And I think that, no, we're about to let that guy leave. If we can get him off the wage bill, we'd say 375 grand a week. That could entice somebody at another club, even though it is a hard transfer window to deal with. So I don't really know, if I'm honest. I just think that we've got a big January coming up. We've got a few players missing because of the AFCON. We've got no strikers that want to be here. And then the one striker we have got signed down will probably be benched for someone in the next 3 or 4 games in Martinelli. So it's a big dilemma for us. We've got to do some proper business in this window. I also feel like we need another midfielder. I think that the midfielders we've got are weak. Like Thomas Partey's been shocking since he's been here. Martin Odegaard, although he's started scoring goals recently, he's not going to, when the chips are down, is he going to be the one that's up there fighting? Not too sure. You know, other than that, what have we got? Mohamed El Neni going to the AFCON. Basic footballer, nothing special about him. Well, I do like El Neni. He's a utility player. Like, you get him in just to shore it up, right? And he'll just get the ball and give it something better. It reminds me, this is probably a diss to Milner. It reminds me a bit of Milner. Like, nothing flash. Milner's obviously a better footballer, but nothing flash. But El Neni's the same. Nothing flash, just does his job. I also see as well, very quickly before I wrap this up, I also want to quickly touch on Mavropanos. He's on loan, obviously. He is our player still. £25 million Newcastle are linked to him for. I want to know your thoughts on that. Should we take the 25 mil? Because I'm thinking take it right now. Yeah, take it right now. Get the 25 mil. Happy days. That can go in the kitty. We can now go out there shopping. But leave it all in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on all of that. Nicola Pepe, Aubameyang, Mavropanos. Leave it all downstairs in the comment section. I'm about to go live with Rants as well on his Twitch channel. So go and check that out. And then I'll be back tonight with the podcast here. Just need to double check the time with the lads. So keep your eyes peeled for all of that as well. And yeah, thanks for all the support. Big up to everyone celebrating Christmas. Those that don't, just enjoy the time off work, time with your families, etc., etc. And yeah, I'll be back again with a podcast with Kenny and Jez a little bit later on. We're out of here. I'll tear out. Ho, ho.